Hey everyone, Russell here. Just got another video for you. And basically what this is I'm going to tell you some of my favorite games that I've been playing for this generation. All but one of these are multi-plat, so you can pick these up on PS4 for sure. Not sure about the Switch, I don't have one yet, so it's on the list, but I'm not sure what games they've ported over and whatnot, but there's other systems I'm sure you can find them, even PC. In fact, some of these definitely you can find on PC. So let's go ahead and dive right in. A little disclaimer first. This is just my opinion. You know, a lot of people are going to disagree. I don't really care. This is my channel, so enjoy. And here we go. So let's go ahead and start with, I'm just going to do, some of these are going to be like series. So I got right here the Shadow of Mordor series. Great games. Had a lot of fun with the first one. Second one, this is like one of those rare occasions where I think the sequel is actually better than the original. Put a lot of hours into these. I have not checked out the expansion on Shadow of War yet, but definitely intend to. Let's see here. Next, let's go ahead and go with, you know what, I talk about them all the time. So, Telltale games. This is by far not all of them, but these are just some of my favorites. This one I'm going to start with first because it probably gets the least amount of attention out of all of them. That's the Wolf Among Us. That is actually a really cool game. Just to kind of sum it up quickly, you're basically the big bad wolf and you're policing fairy tale characters in the real world. I don't want to give too much more away, but it's really, really good. Another one, and this one's, I like it. It's got attitude, it's funky. It's Tales from Borderlands, the Telltale's game series, and I mean, what to say? I almost like it better than the Borderlands series. It's great. It's funny. It's all of these games are really well wrote, so I think that's really the key because it's basically just decision making. You're not really, very rarely are you moving around or manipulating characters, so that's what these games are about. Last but definitely not least is the Walking Dead series. On the other end of the spectrum, I'll admit, these, especially the first one, let's see, that would be this one right here. Man, at the end, I was in tears, man. I was in tears. This is a seriously good series. If you like story-driven games, start with this. It's amazing. Even if you're not a Walking Dead fan, you're gonna like this because the zombies are secondary. The characters are primary. It's really good. Okay, let's see here. Next game. Put a lot of hours into this with my cousin, and great game. It does have its drawbacks, but The Division, like I said before in other videos, it's about a good 40 to 60 hour game, solid, and then it starts to get a little repetitive and you start to get bored, and that's kind of what happened with me. However, I want to see more games like this. I heard a number 2 is announced, so it's definitely one of my top games of this generation, and definitely one of the games I've probably put, I'd have to check, but it's probably in top 10 as far as time spent. Let's see. Next, we've got, you know what? We're going to go with this one because this is an oldie but goodie and super cheap right now. Sunset Overdrive. I wish they would make more games like this, but unfortunately, I don't think this game did very well, so we'll see if Microsoft makes something, but it's very colorful. It's definitely something that you're not used to seeing. It reminded me almost of like a Nintendo game, except with a little more attitude. Okay, let's see here. Next, it's so hard to pick which one next here. Let's do the Titanfall series. Titanfall 1 and 2. Love both of the games. I think 2 was way better as far as story because it actually had a story. 1 had a quasi-story, if you want to call it that. However, on 2, I felt the Titans they adjusted them. I think they were a little too fragile. Let me know if you guys agree. If you're big Titanfall fans, let me know if you think that they nerfed the Titans a little bit in 2 versus 1, but still excellent game, can't go wrong. And personally, I'd probably start with 2 because it has a story, but both of these games are extremely cheap right now, so if you got the means, just swoop up both of them. I know the first one is like $9.99. You could probably find it a couple bucks cheaper even. This one, I think, is around $15 now. So let's hope they make a number 3, because this is a cool franchise. Let's see. Next, okay. So if you've been paying attention to my channel's pickup videos, I've been getting a lot of like simulation strategy games. And I'm a huge old school SimCities fan, and I tried City Skyline and Avian Colony, and these are definitely games I would normally play on a PC. However, as I've said before in other videos, my PC is in desperate need of replacement. I've got a couple of them that are old and probably wouldn't play these games very well. So when I do get a PC, I do intend on picking up both of these and playing the hell out of them. In fact, I don't think I need to pick it up because it's included for City Skyline. I know is included on this. Not sure about that. No, I can play this on the PC. Avian Colony. Basically, it's. I want to give it some credit here because it's really. Let me see here. It's like a mix of Alpha Centauri, if you'd ever play that, and SimCity. Not a perfect game, but really cool, and both of these games ported really well onto a console. I really didn't have any of the control issues that I thought I was going to have using a controller over like a mouse and a keyboard. It's definitely not as good as a mouse and keyboard, but I think they did it about as good as you can get it. So looking forward to that Xbox One mouse and keyboard support. That'll be cool. Next one. I'm going to save this one for last, actually. Let's do Forza 7. And probably one of my favorite racing games. Oh, geez, it's gorgeous. They enhanced it for... Oh, if you heard that snore, that's my bulldog. Sorry, he's taking a little nap next to me. Anyway, Forza 7. Man, this... What can I say? Graphically, it's beautiful. The gameplay is near perfect. Load times are a little rough, but that's to be expected from a game like this. The only bad thing, and I mean, it's not, I mean, lots of games do this. I like achievements, and that's kind of like just the, you know, the icing on the cake for me. I enjoy the games, but if they've got achievements and I can get as many as possible, I'm down for it. This one, nickel and dime you. It's like 5, 10, and 15. I've got like 12 hours into it, and I've only got like an 85 gamer score. So definitely not achievement friendly, but in every other aspect, this is a superb racing game. All right. Last but not least, and probably is going to be my game of the year because I just can't stop playing this. I might have to go like into recovery for it. Monster Hunter World. Holy crap. I'd never played the series before. This is my first venture into it, and a lot of people have told me that they're good, but this one is definitely the easiest to play. The learning curve isn't nearly as bad. However, them saying that, it still took me like, geez, probably a week to really feel super comfortable playing a game. Now I don't really have any problem. I still learn something new almost every time I play it, but man, it is awesome. And the best part is free content is coming. They've already added Devil Joe, which is another monster. From what I know, there was going to be a total of 30 more monsters, missions, all sorts of stuff, all free. You don't have to pay for that DLC. So that's just another cool factor. There's just, if you don't have this game, pick it up. Hit me up, SilentBob187 on Xbox Live. We'll kill some monsters together. Anyway, just wanted to show you some of my favorite games of this generation so far. Drop me your favorites in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to game on.